You can talk over me off you want when you're done.
I know, it's the truth, my nigga. I'm for black people. You for these LGBTQ, everybody, my nigga. You don't even take a fucking side, nigga. You stay on the fence, my nigga. That's coward tactics, nigga. I'm a real nigga out here. I fight for the people, my nigga. I fight for the people, my nigga. I fight for niggas that got the afro.
I did not put my hand on your face. You might fuck around and get knocked the fuck out on Jody's corner.
Coon shit. You doing coon shit. Emotional. This is the emotional nigga.
Oh, fuck you.
What's up? This is Method Man right here. Yes, I have a mask on because I care. Welcome to Jody's Corner.
Candace Owens released a documentary, and she released a documentary about the Black Lives Matter movement, among many other things. And we're going to react to a YouTuber who has the reaction. We're going to react to a reaction of something that really gives me pause. So special shout outs to this guy, Night Talk. Y'all make sure y'all check out Night Talk. He has the actual reaction on his channel as well. I don't want to use without at least giving love to Night Talk. So thank you for him for putting this out there, or it would not have been possible.
He in a white straight up.
Also suspicious is the fact that Black Lives Matter designated a whopping $8 million to an out-of-country grant. What? I thought this charity was about addressing police brutality in the United States. Apparently, to do that, you need to send $8 million to Toronto, Canada, to an organization named M4BJ. They purchased a $6.3 million, 10,000 square foot downtown property in Toronto. And I should also mention that M4BJ is run by Patrice's wife, Janaya Khan, because it is. She is the co-founder, believe it or not. And here's where it gets really interesting. Janaya Khan is gender non-conforming. These terms can be quite sensitive, so let me just use photos to illustrate my point. Janaya used to look like this, and now she looks like this. Now, that information would be entirely irrelevant if it wasn't for the way that Patrice Cullors saw it fit to spend the rest of Black Lives Matter's money. Ready for some BLM pride? Well, according to their IRS form, $200,000 went to the Transgender Justice Funding Project. Another $200,000 went to the Transgender United Fund. Another $200,000 went to the Transgendered Law Center. Another $200,000 went to Black Transgendered Media. Another $200,000 went to the Transgendered Variant and Intersex Justice Project. Another $200K went to the Transgendered District. By the way, if you're wondering what that is, it's purportedly going to be the all transgendered district, and I guess that's really, really important for Black America advancement in society,
tearing that shit up.
Or whatever. Another $200K went to the St. James Infirmary. That organization, by the way, is for, according to their website, it's run by sex workers and is for them. Specifically, escorts, BDSM.
It's a dating site, bro.
BDSM workers.
BDSM, subs, switches, adult film actors, strippers, peep show workers, street and survival sex workers, phone sex operators. Black Lives Matter money is going to sexual sex dating LGBTQ websites, my nigga?
Strippers, peep show workers, phone sex operators, and webcam performers. It was actually the St. James Infirmary that created the Transgendered District. So that's just an organization within another organization, which, by the way, you see a lot of when you go through these documents. So yeah, going to be apparently great big things involving sex workers in the future for Black America. In continuation, the Center for Halstead received $200,000 from Black Lives Matter. They are Chicago's community center dedicated to securing the health and well-being of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered, and queer people.
I'm just trying to see one little spot where it goes to regular black people. I just want to see one where they say when this shit started, it said a community resource center. I was like, oh, okay, for sure. There we go. Finally. The LGBTQ bi gay said, fuck, God. Goddamn.
Similarly, we have the Audre Lorde Project, which received $200,000, and according to their website, they are a lesbian, gay, bisexual, two-spirit, trans, and gender non-conforming people of color community.
What does that say? Lesbian, gay, bisexual, two-spirit. What's two-spirit?
What's two-spirit? I don't know.
Sam, what's two-spirit?
That's that new shit, bro.
That's that binary.
I ain't never heard two-spirit.
Like binary. I don't know.
No, look, I'm gonna just assume what two-spirit means. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Does that mean you feel like you got two souls within you? Like one soul's this way, one soul's that way, like two personalities?
Or it could be the people born, some people are born with both genitalias.
There's a term for that. It's called hermaphrodite, right?
I don't know if that's proper no more. You can't say so many words ain't cool no more. You can't even say mulatto, so I don't know what it is. Maybe two-spirit is the way they're going now.
I'm not that educated in that.
You got to ask somebody.
So you got to ask.
Another $400,000 went to transgender advocates knowledgeable empowering, or TAKE, as it's known for short. The founder of that organization is a transgendered individual by the name of Daronicia Duncan Boyd.
Oh, fuck.
So basically, all that money was given to Patrice's wife, and she's donating all this shit to all this trans shit, bro.
Yep.
This is crazy as fuck. This is crazy, bro. This shit pisses me off. This is fucking...
So this guy's mad about it?
That Black Pain has donated to y'all to be...
Yeah, that's...
And what frustrates me the most is that the black folks that need to hear this, they need to watch this. They're not going to watch it. They're not going to hear it. They're not trying to hear it because they hate Candace Owens.
Yeah.
The motherfucker, she needs to listen.
Facts, bro.
Bro, I'm like, how?
That's facts. I got some real savage commentary in a minute.
United Fund, which I mentioned earlier, which secured $200,000. So a total $600,000 of BLM money went to a transgendered woman named Daronicia Boyd, who is operating two charities. I found that piece to be very interesting. I found that piece to be very interesting. Here is Daronicia describing in a 2020 interview how they were able to use that money that was received to the organization to purchase more real estate.
We're opening up a new resource center here, and the resource center is almost 3 times as big as our last space that we was in. So we have lots of space and lots of rooms for our clients to come in and enjoy.
I noticed that real estate seems to be a common theme amongst these transgendered organizations. Remember, there's the first ever transgender district, and there are also a couple of houses that are named on their IRS documents. For example, an additional $200,000 was given to the House of Tulip. According to their website, the House of Tulip provides zero-barrier housing to trans and gender non-conforming people. But the one that really stood out as the most nonsensical is the $200,000 that went to the Griffin Gracie Retreat and Educational Center, known as House of Gigi for short. According to that website, they provide services and resources that positively impact the lives, history, and visibility of transgender, gender questioning, and gender non-conforming persons. They admit that they purchased a property in Little Rock, Arkansas back in 2019, and that property was supposed to serve as an oasis and a retreat for transgendered person. But they admit, also on the website, that they actually never held such a retreat. First,
somebody got a house.
The founder had a stroke and was recovering, and then
somebody got a house.
It was COVID-19, so they still couldn't host a retreat. And despite having never hosted a retreat at this amazing oasis property that they purchased, in 2021, they announced that they purchased a second property next door to the first one. So, yeah. Now, all of the organizations that I just mentioned, none of them, not one, is up to date on filing a tax return with the IRS, which is required for charities. Because charities, remember, they don't pay taxes. In other words, I'm not able to tell you how any of these transgendered organizations spent the money that BLM poured into their organizations during the 2020 and 2021 tax year.
That was shocking. So, shout out to E-Man for getting me the definition of Two-Spirit. It's a term used within some indigenous communities, encompassing cultural, spiritual, and sexual gender identity. The term reflects complex indigenous understandings of gender roles, spiritually, and the long history of sexual and gender diversity in indigenous cultures. So, LGBTQ indigenous. Wow. So, first of all right, listen. Let me go ahead and start this off by saying the only reason why we're getting some really good, vital information about what Black Lives Matter is because Candace Owens ain't shit. And she's a heavy red Republican who let politics and hate for BLM because they're Democrats fuel her to giving out this information.
Yeah, I believe that.
The only reason why Candace is even doing this is because she has her own personal agenda. She really don't give a freak about where money is going. She gives a freak about where Democrats' money is going for BLM. So she ain't shit for that, and I acknowledge it. Unbiased here. No red, no blue here. 100% Jody. Feel me?
Facts.
So now that we got that out the way, Black Lives Matter got some explaining to do. This is what I've always talked about. Black Lives Matter is corrupt, just like a lot of all these other donation foundation corporations that work for charity are corrupt as well. They skimming off the top. But this right here is an agenda. For me, it's like you're using BLM to support your own personal biases that really don't have much to do with being black.
Yeah.
It's really about sexual lives matter and shit. Gay lives matter. LGBTQLM is what it really is. This and all the time, many people always disguise. Oh, what did she tell me it was? Fairies. I guess she told me in the LGBTQ movement, like the straight gay man, not the straight gay man, but the gay man who just act like regular men, and the ones who are woo all out there, they call them fairies. And it's often it's said that black women promote fairy behavior. Like, in my life growing up, I've consistently had homegirls who had best friends who were black and gay, and they were always males. And that was like their best friend and shit. They would go do makeup and hair with each other, swap stories about being the same dudes they've been with or different type of dudes they've been with. Like, and I'm asking myself, I'm looking at BLM and I'm looking at these women who run it, and I'm looking at them funneling money towards the LGBTQ movement, and I'm thinking to myself, what is the tie-in between African American women and LGBTQ men? At first, I thought it was just like, all right, but it's more than that. I gotta look and think like, we're looking at a charity and a foundation that's putting LGBTQ before black, but it's called Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
To donate millions of dollars to this type of agenda, not only is it illegal, morally wrong, it's being lying and deceitful and borderline is disgusting, but it's confusing at the same time, and it just reinforces the stereotype. See, had I said some shit like this, like, yo, black women and gay dudes, black women support the gay agenda.
Yeah, they do.
That's wild to say, right?
Yeah,
but then when I look at a Black Lives Matter movement that's actually doing it,
yeah, they do.
Shit, nigga, that ain't just a stereotype.
Yeah.
That's actually functioning in this society, bro, and I got shit to back it up with now.
Yeah. Sure.
Listen, this gonna be hot because I know we got a Black Power motherfucker here. Salad War was capping for Black Lives Matter, making them seem like they're just great and all that, and money and all that. But now my man got some new information, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he has to say. But before he goes, X-Files, I want to hear what you got to say, my G.
Yeah, but Candace Owens had revealed what is under the blanket. Candace Owens. She done blown up the whole spot. At this point, black people do not matter at this point. They do not matter. And like a top priority is the sexuality. It isn't about your skin tone or any of that. It isn't about police brutality. They done confuse everybody.
I feel like
and the actions prove it right here.
I got scammed.
It goes towards LGBTQ clubs and stuff, programs. Like, why are we teaching this to kids and all of this? Like, what's going on here? And the parents, and they use their kids as a poster child. And are they even getting any of this money? That's another thing. I mean, if my child is a poster child of he has died, and the parents are freaking up in poverty. But they use their kid as.
Do you think that they're using some of this Black Lives Matter donation money to like help them with housing, helping the funeral costs for some of these? Do you think that they're even doing that?
That's a good question, bro. I'm not even sure. But my skin tone and they don't want to improve or like help out the black race, and that's what I get from this. And they don't want to help us as a foundation, as a black community. They don't want to do this. BLM is a freaking lie. This is all a lie. And me, I always knew it. I never brought any T-shirts, any hats. I never supported this. I'm like, nah, I see what time it is. I already seen, bro.
So you was always doubtful from the beginning?
I was always doubtful, man. I saw it.
Why? Why were you doubtful, though? Like, why would you just automatically be doubtful of a movement that says
and the founder is an LGBT trans. As soon as I learned that, I said, oh, no.
The founder's LGBT trans? It said the girlfriend. Oh, the girlfriend. Fuck.
Yeah, she trans. And she turned in.
They're a black lesbian couple.
Yeah, they're a black lesbian couple. See, so women are black women.
So what does that mean, though? What's that angle? Why is it because you found out that the founder's black and LGBTQ? That don't mean that she cares about straight blacks.
How society is, man. I see how it is.
Society.
And I'm gonna be honest, man. The black woman is destroying the black community, bro. Ooh. They are front charge on the front lines, killing us, bro. They are killing us, bro. They are killing us. See, this is what happens, but when the black female leads, this is what happens.
That's some
strong words. An abomination to the black race.
That's some strong words.
I stand on it. It's here. It's proof right here. It's proof right here. And then a black able woman up in the household as a head always seem to do bad.
Not all black women, right?
Man, I want to say most, bro. I want to say most.
You saying most?
Most. If a man isn't present, this is the results.
So they can't lead. It's chaos if it's a black woman.
All through history, men are good leaders. All through history. Yeah. It's a fact.
Yeah.
And they always say, it's patriarchy. Nah. It's true. But women are emotional. And we all know this. And I'm just tired.
I don't know. After seeing that shit, bro, I'll be like, bro, X-Man, you tripping, my nigga. But after just seeing what I saw, bro, he's got some precedents to stand on now, man. You got some precedents to stand on, bro. Because, and I'll say it again, my nigga. People put politics above their race.
Yeah, they do.
A lot of people put Republican or Democrat before being black. And even more than that, a lot of people put their sexuality before their race, too.
That's true.
A lot of people put the sexuality before their race. A lot of people are gay before they're black. They're trans before they're black. They're bi before they're black. Because the way they lead their life is that first. Now, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with what you choose to do with your sexual organs should matter that much in your life. But we're backwards as a society, aren't we? We're corrupt, confused, and misled. Some of us are walking around here trying to advocate to the world, look at me for what I choose to put in my mouth. How ridiculous is that? If I want to suck cock, look at me, I want to suck cock. Eat pussy, be with a man and a woman at the same time. I want to transition. Do that in the privacy of your own home. Do your communities, your lobbying, and all that. But when that usurps what is actually more important, like civil rights, as far as black, it's not trans and gay and LGBTQ being murdered and killed on the same level as the black man is by these police. Let's remember why stuff like this started. Nice. Police injustice towards black people, right? Police brutality towards black people. Who are the black people getting most beaten and brutalized and murdered by the police? It is the straight black male. So that's where this thing spawned to protect. But it seems to me, based off what I've seen, that they want to protect. Maybe they do want to protect that. Maybe they are using some of the funds to do some good things for black people. But I just saw $2.something million going to the LGBTQ. And every dollar, every $2.something million of those dollars that went there should have went there to be helping black people survive injustice from police brutality.
Facts. And like also, and they have it all out on display in their life of them like kissing. And then if you critique or criticize, it's all on social media. I get to have an opinion. I get to speak on your lifestyle, and because you got it out in the open. And they always say, well, and you so concerned about what people do in their privacy of their home. I'm like, this ain't private. This is public.
Concerned. They're making it public.
They're making it public.
Do we care? Do we really care? I don't care about their sexual lives.
I don't care.
But they put it out there in the forefront. And yes, I'm going to acknowledge that some LGBTQ people do get beat up, persecuted, and murdered for just being who they are. That does exist, 100%. This is LA. Listen, a lot of them are in Los Angeles. If you choose to be trans in Texas, you're asking for a hard life. If you choose to be trans in Kentucky, you're asking for a hard life. This is not truly a free country like people say it is. It's not. That's a lie. People will judge you. Some people go as far as to try to put physical harm on you. That's why we have the biggest gay community in the country, California. Come to California. I just feel like it's so weird how people are living. You're trying to bring love and peace and trans rights to Texas. They ain't trying to hear that shit over there. And you're putting yourselves in danger just being over there. Let me tell you, if I'm black, I'm not interested in going down to Montgomery, Alabama, in the swamp to be the only black person on a white street. I'm kind of asking for it. Yes, it's right. I should be able to go wherever I want in the country. Yeah, technically, but then let's use common sense. There's some places I ain't got no business going. There's some streets I shouldn't walk down. Some towns I should not look to live in. It's the same for the LGBTQ community. We got to be around places that embrace us and want to keep us safe. I could vouch for LA. We got so many, it's gay pride parades almost every week around this motherfucker, bro. You could be as gay and trans as you want out this motherfucker. We don't give a freak. So I'll say, like, some of you guys who are advocates in all these weird rural states, yo, they ain't trying to have that. Get up out of there to save yourself. You know, if they don't want you there, fine. Fight. But your life is worth more than the protest. Because I know a lot of y'all ain't willing to die for this. Y'all say it like y'all on social media. A lot of y'all say y'all willing to die. Y'all not really willing to die for this. So unless you're willing to be a martyr, take yourself somewhere where you can be safe.
Facts. And also, man, Pride Month is up in June. In June, it's Father's Day. And we all know that. And Caucasian females say, well, and the feminists say, I want equal rights as men. I want equal pay. But the black woman says, I don't need a man. It's a completely different thing. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. This is all true. It's a difference. But black women aid Caucasian feminists. And they aid them in their cause. I'm like, this is a different thing. And they're being used as pawns See, I try to tell people this and they don't listen. And now our skin tone, it doesn't matter.
Damn.
And what matter is your sexuality. That is always put first. Skin last. And like, I find it sad how and the black man stay strong, and we have and the opposite sex of us always falter, always fall for anything. And the thing is that they say that, oh, we are the most educated, the black woman the most educated. Nigga, miss me with that shit. Completely, nigga. You have failed. You have failed. You are supposed to build it brick by brick, and you freaking failed. Having a family structure up in the household. But when a woman say, oh, I can lead, I could do this or whatever, it isn't right. And you need a two-parent household. A two-parent household. Me, I didn't quite come from that, but me, I understood it. I understood. Growing up in life, I understood that it takes a two-parent household. It does. It brightens that child's future. It gives better results.
Two parents for sure. Absolutely believe in that. We need them.
And I find it weird how the LGBTQ, it doesn't help out us. That's how I see it. That's how it's me, I'm talking, it doesn't help us out. It doesn't increase our numbers. It doesn't, it's a lot of confusion, and you're within the roles, and the roles, it just causes a lot of problems. And me, I just feel as if that us as a race, we're up in last place, and we fought for anything, and people don't do actual research on things. I noticed that, and they just say, "Yeah, I'm behind it." No, actually investigate. Do that Batman detective work and do the time and just investigate. But people don't do that. I understand that people hate her. People hate Candace Owens. But boy, she
I don't like her. I don't like her either. Because I know she's a politic.
Yeah,
I don't like nobody that's a politic.
I agree with her sometimes, though. I agree with her sometimes.
There's things about her that I agree with. There's things that she says that I agree with, because sometimes she says things that are right. A lot of the time she says bullshit. But this right here, this is evidence. Yeah. This isn't about opinion. These are the facts. Salad Ward, you've been patiently waiting. Pro-black, my brother, black people all day long. We got to speak how you feel about this situation, learning this new information, my brother.
I would love to, Jody Joe. I'm glad to be here.
Glad you're here.
Glad Marvin X-Files is here.
Hey, yo, E-Man, get up. Can you warm up that L? Warm up an L for me real quick.
Warm up a couple of them, because I'm passing them out. They hot and ready.
Okay, for sure.
Listen, first of all, Boulder Dash. Y'all can look that up at home. That's the first word that comes to mind. A lot of blasphemy has been spewed in this room and on this television. And I'm going to lead with love. First of all, let me just say that. I'm going to lead with love, because that's what's needed here. All right? Now, I'm sorry. First of all, this brother next to me, I know he could take it. You might have to get exposed a little bit today. It's not going to be an easy night for you.
Go ahead, dude. You gotta
this nigga might never come back. Jody Joe.
Jody's Corner Live every Monday and Friday. Click the join button down below. We're live every Monday and Friday at 5 o'clock, man. We keep that shit real here. This is edited just for YouTube, but she get real. Go ahead.
Go ahead,
everybody watching at home.
They're with the sponsorship tiers right there.
With an open mind. Get your donos ready. You know what I'm saying? Buckle up. You in your car, put your seatbelt on, man, because I might set that airbag off today, baby. So, basically, man, what I feel like is the devil's job is to confuse the righteous people. Now, the messenger is Candace Owens, who is a highly known supporter of Trump, who was the same person who would not open his books to us for 4 years. Meanwhile, she want to dig through Black Lives Matter's backstory to find out all the real estate, all the taxes, all the donations, and her main man, Donald Trump, still has not released his tax forms that he demanded Obama give up, right? Now, we're not getting into politics here. I'm just stating those facts. That she is a Republican that does not have the black people's interest in mind. She is a Ripper type.
Yes.
Who has gained fame. She has gained fame.
Be careful of those rippers.
About going against the black community. Now, everybody want to count her pockets, Patrice's pockets, to see what she doing with all her money. Meanwhile, we don't know. We looked her up to find out who she is. We don't know who's in charge of the Ronald McDonald House. We don't know who's in charge of Greenpeace. Like a lot of these organizations, Tom from Tom's Shoes that gives a shoe away for every shoe you buy. I don't know what Tom looks like. I only know Tom from Facebook. I don't know Tom from Tom's Shoes. We don't care about half of these organizations' owners or the people that run them, except for Black Lives Matter. What I have seen is big-ass protests on TV with hundreds of thousands of people in thousands of cities, sometimes up to 1 million people. I was at the Million Man March that was only a few years ago, put together by Farrakhan, right? Black men being there for black men. So let me say that I support a black man. Now, a shoulder that Jody likes to lean on is that my wife is Latina. And I love my wife. You know what I'm saying? And the best part about my wife is that she worked for Quincy Jones. She loves and understands black.
That was a joke.
It was a joke.
I love black women.
She loves black culture. She had a black teacher in the 2nd grade that changed her life. Teachers and kindness change lives, man. You know, it's no place like the black church. Is the black church have a lot of corruption in it? Yes. Does the Catholic Church have corruption in it? Yes. But when somebody is suffering from cancer, when somebody had been in a car accident, when your family is falling apart and you need counseling or you need a place to stay, sometimes that church is there for you. Even with that corruption that's going on in that church, they are still doing good. I do not think her intentions are good for anything. I don't know I know we spoke about her agenda. What I'm aware of is that black transgender people in 2020 were violated at the highest rate. We feel like as black men... What? Hold on, I'll let you talk. Without this weak-ass DMX impersonation, I do not mean over black people. I'm talking about since 2013, the murders of transgender people are at the peak. Right.
I guess that would probably be for all black people mostly.
Well, I think the difference is that here in
the peak of, like, let's say the peak is 3,000 for the transgender, and then the peak of black people is like 300,000.
I'm only focused on transgender people right now because that's what we're talking about.
So is BLM. Go ahead.
Jody said that they're building communities. He said that they're building housing, because a lot of times it's hard to find jobs. It's hard for me to find a job, right? Haven't been to school, putting my resume together. Imagine I walk in a wig and heels, and now I'm trying to get a job. That weirds a lot of people out. It's very hard to find employment. So, yes, these people need to find a community where they can be themselves and be comfortable and deal with their issues as a community, just like every other community. Cuckoo! What is that noise? What is that noise? Oh, it's very funny. You talking about it takes a 2-parent household. Your household got 3 parents. Your dad and you and your wife. This nigga talking about black women has failed. Nigga, you still live at home with a child. You got everybody in your little ass bosom. Because he has not stepped out on its own. Your household.
I mean, I'm like, yeah, it's a father there.
Back to this Virgo shit. This is why Virgo yells. Because this nigga will not shut the fuck up. Listen, I'm telling you, you living under a house.
You said that trans people can't get jobs. That's a fucking lie.
You got one
That's
trans.
a lie.
It's 40
That's
people.
a lie. You said trans
Hold on.
people
You gotta let me talk.
So we'll let you go. He was just reacting to the shit that he heard, but keep going. Go ahead, Zach. Go ahead.
He got one transgender person at his job for all 80 of them that's there. People shouldn't have to hide who they are or move to another state. You haven't moved from your block that's in your family, but you want a motherfucker to Arkansas to come to California where they can't afford to live because they're not wanted in Arkansas. They can't. I feel like communities and safe havens for people that are in danger are a good thing. At least with a lot of black men, we are very dominant, very aggressive, and a lot of us are able to protect ourselves. There are certain people I'm not going to be in Alabama or certain parts of Mississippi or certain parts of Florida.
That's what I'm saying.
There are people that were born there and don't feel like they have a choice. They have a choice to put on what they put on in the morning, but I'm sure a lot of them have to hide who they are. You said it doesn't matter what you do.
Not in LA. What you want to go to a place where you can be free? It's
Niggas in LA can't even afford to live in LA. Half the people is leaving. Half the league is leaving. They talking about, where you gonna be in 5 years? I'm gonna be in Texas. I'm gonna be in Virgo looking at spots in Vegas. This shit is hard to live here.
But for trans and LGBTQ, they have those housing for them, bro. They don't be paying no rent.
How?
They got big, huge housing buildings in Hollywood.
They got
up in Palmdale.
They got them everywhere, but in Hollywood, there's
low
big,
income.
huge buildings
they created
that house them. They come here from all over the country, bro.
That's what she's creating over there. And in Canada.
Ain't nobody in there, my nigga. It's just them living there. That's a scam.
I'm talking about that community center. That's one house. That's a retreat. That's one retreat.
Ain't nobody retreating there, my nigga.
Listen, I cannot be mad. Jody, you built something here. You built something here. You don't ask nobody, hey, should I get this new microphone? Whatever you want to buy, a new lens, remodel the studio, whatever you want to do with your money, you do. This company is worth $42 million, and y'all bitching over $2 million, and neither one of y'all have donated anything to any of Black Lives. I will
Good thing I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't.
Okay.
I'm glad I did.
Okay, what have you donated to then? What have you donated to? Name one fucking organization that does good that you've donated to that's not your daughter. One organization, I will match you dollar for dollar.
I help out people.
Who?
And that's
Who?
thing. I mean, I live in poverty. I mean, damn.
I'll wait.
Emotional. Hey, but you emotional.
I'll wait.
Hey, but you emotional. Hey, but you emotional.
Who was
This nigga talking bullshit.
Who was Coco?
Hey, this is bullshit. This is bullshit.
What? Was that you, DMX?
Bullshit. This is bullshit. Hey, this does not uplift the black race. This is for the LGBTQ, and you're defending it, my nigga. That's a cone, my nigga. Cone. That's what that shit means, my nigga. You know Jim Crow shit with this shit, and you about to bring up and when you out here and defending, and you're the LGBTQ over the race. This is not the civil rights movement. This is not it. What the fuck is this, Sad? Hey, but you defending this shit, dude.
Yeah, you defending
this shit.
Show me your lease.
I don't defend this shit.
Show me your lease. Show me your rent receipt. Show me your rent receipt.
So just because he don't have the rent receipt and all that doesn't mean he can't give an opinion on what he sees.
Nigga's not contributing to society, my nigga.
He works. He pays taxes.
I work.
They take
it. I asked him, what has he given? What has he given? Not what's
Emotional.
Coco wasn't emotional. Coco wasn't emotional.
All right, so
show me a rent receipt. Show me a donation to an organization. Show me something.
You're falling from grace.
All right, so Sam wants you to show him a receipt for rent. What's
anything.
I pay rent.
Does he have to have that?
Anything he's donated to in the past 5 years,
Okay.
there wasn't a street dude hanging outside 7-Eleven. Show me something that you've done constructive to make the world a better place.
Well, I'm not out here killing people.
No, that's
I
not.
live an honest life. I live an honest life.
Tight. He ain't killing nobody.
Hey, that's something.
I'm not selling
Keep
drugs.
going. You gotta keep going though.
Oh shit, he not committing a crime.
I'm not doing all of that shit. I
Fire.
don't do any of that shit.
From
That's
Watts.
all I
From
need to
Watts.
do. And I come from a
poverty.
bad background. What the hell? Like,
He from
come on,
Watts.
bro.
For him
What
to be
the
into
fuck?
the shit he's
You're
into.
naming what you didn't do. I'm asking what you did do.
I'm controlling.
Do you help out homeless people?
I
forgot this nigga cheat. He don't do that
I
shit.
I don't do that shit. No, I don't. I don't want to. I don't want.
All right, so because he doesn't,
Focus on my life.
because he's a hypocrite and
Because he doesn't contribute to society.
he can't give an
as a
opinion.
whole.
What the fuck?
I think as somebody
What the
who's
fuck?
an American
What the
who
fuck?
contributes
What
to
that
the
shit is?
economy
What
has
the
a say.
hell?
Every taxpayer has a say in
I
this
was out there
situation.
fighting in the pandemic.
That's not
I
tax
was on the
money.
front lines.
That's donation for people that
That pay taxes and work for their money. Yes,
I don't care how
Hey, my nigga, this shit fire. I told you this shit was gonna be fire. Saddle Ward told you. Saddle Ward sat up there and told you, get y'all shit ready. Because this ain't no joke out here. This still clip for YouTube. Don't forget that, baby. We officially on air, too.
We
That's
on
right,
there.
baby.
We on there. We on there.
Let's go.
We on there.
Thank you, Manny Sing. Manny Sing, Manny motherfreaking Sing. Back to the heat, though. I don't think that it's right to say the X-Files can't give an opinion on this as a black man in America.
Yeah, no, that's clone shit. That's clone shit. But, hey, when niggas can talk about the destruction of the black community and defend this shit, that's cool shit to me. That's cool shit. That's cool shit at its finest, bro. At its
That's
peak.
a really good question. Hey, Sad,
I'm not
is
even
taking
100%.
funds from Black Lives Matter contributed to the LGBTQ community, which for the most part, not always, doesn't really increase the black people's numbers as far as like breeding.
I think they get bashed, they get shot, they get arrested just like everybody else. All the cop movies you see, even if I've been locked up before for like not jail,
I agree,
but
they
for a
do.
night,
They
don't know where
Sure.
to house them. There are
Sure.
transgender. A lot of them turn to sex workers because regular everyday work does not fall into those lines. Selling their ass or sucking somebody off who doesn't want to admit he likes men is a lot of ways they make money. So then they need more money for disease treatment, health care, and public defenders.
That's a problem.
Even
Why?
the
Because
judge,
you choose to suck a cock and you get sick. We got to take care of you. It's not like you're born black and there's systematic racism that's at play.
it's people that get sick that sleep with the opposite sex. Anybody
Well, I
can
don't-
choose to suck somebody off.
Why does the sexual acts?
What I'm saying
A
is,
sexual act isn't like a civil right. It's not. You're black. You go in a poor neighborhood. You go to bad schools. You're gonna be pulled over by the cops. Might be killed by the cops. It's not the same as you're a white guy who chooses to be gay or a white woman who's be a lesbian. Because the LGBTQ is more than just black people.
right,
It's all races of people.
right.
So Black Lives Matter organization going to all other races except exclusively to black lives, isn't that wrong?
No, I feel like that they need a lot of help as well.
I agree,
This
they
is
do
a
need help,
company-
but
this
they
is a
should make
company-
another foundation and call it for that.
Why? The lives are still black no matter. You said it doesn't matter who you sleep with, who you're sucking off. You still are black or you still brown. Your experience is the same, if not worse. We would tease a lot of gay-looking dudes. Who you want? The first person to get beat up is like when you're testing your manhood. You a punk. I ain't no punk. Well, who you calling a punk? You're fighting to prove you're not a punk. What about the guy who actually does like men? A lot of times he ends up beat up, effed up, arms broken, things like that, getting bullied. I get that. I was always able to defend myself, even from a young age, but I see why those lives are still part of the black experience. Black people in wheelchairs.
Black experience.
Black people in that are blind. Black people are deaf. I don't care what the lives are. Black Lives Matter is a general blanket statement
For black people.
that applies towards black and people of color.
No, it's for black people. It's called Black
But
Lives
she's
Matter.
including brown people. There was a lot of indigenous stuff that we spoke about. You know what I mean? Justice is justice, no matter. You said it doesn't matter who you sleep with. It doesn't. That shouldn't be all out in the open. But a lot of these people need extra help because they can't live in regular communities and still be safe. So they want to create a haven where they can feel safe. And I don't have a problem with a company that raised 42 million. This is what I keep telling Jody. It is a worldwide known organization. Anytime you do something that's worldwide, you have already achieved your success. She wanted to help out a few black people. Now she's helping out thousands.
What
so
about
let
the
me.
community,
She's
though?
going to focus.
That's not
look,
going toward the
look,
black.
Jay-Z
people,
said
they don't have any programs and shit, and they join gangs and shit, and they out here able funding.
So let Nipsey Hussle.
Bullshit,
so let Nipsey Hussle create the safe haven for people to get out of gangs.
Black Lives
Jay-Z,
Matter
you don't
is
got
a
this type of money.
decentralized political and social movement that seeks to highlight racism, discrimination, and racial inequality experienced by black people. It's not brown, not indigenous, not Hispanic.
That's one sentence. There's a whole lot there.
Come on. It's
That's
for
one
black
sentence.
men. It started from black men
The
getting beat by the
movement
police.
began on July 13th to use the hashtag Black Lives Matter on social media.
George
after
Zimmerman
the
against
Twitter-
Trayvon Martin.
Right.
Yeah.
Trayvon Martin
And
is
the
black.
family had came out too and said,
Trayvon Martin, bro.
She started a hashtag.
Black Lives Matter.
This is a worldwide, global, dominant company, nonprofit, started by a hashtag. Jody has 11 people following him. Who you got following you? Who sees you as a leader? This is what I'm talking about. Not just paying taxes because they take it out your check. What are you doing?
I'm out here cooning though.
What are you doing? You're not even sweeping. You're not even cutting the edges.
You're cooning for the LGBTQ.
You can talk over me off you want when you're
I
done.
know, it's the truth, my nigga. I'm for black people. You for these LGBTQ, everybody, my nigga. You don't even take a fucking side, nigga. You stay on the fence, my nigga. That's coward tactics, nigga. I'm a real nigga out
You don't
here.
even
I fight for the people, my nigga.
You don't even
I fight for the people,
Hey,
my nigga.
I did
I fight
not-
for niggas that got the afro.
I did not put my hand
out
on
here
your face.
cooning, my nigga.
You might fuck
You're
around
cooning,
and
nigga.
get
You're
knocked the
cooning.
fuck out
Coon,
on Jody's corner.
Coon shit.
That's
Coon
that-
shit.
that's
You doing
that-
coon shit. Emotional. This is the emotional nigga.
I'll fuck you up on there, man. Keep that up. Keep
You
that
out
up.
here cooning, my nigga.
Keep that up.
I'm a real nigga outside here and also in the studio, my
Sad
nigga.
Award, you push your buttons. Sad,
I'm
you
a real
were.
nigga outside the studio.
Ladies and
You know
gentlemen,
why? You know why?
Sad, you said before this was gonna start, you were gonna press his buttons, but he hit you with a mirror
Because he's
force
doing
and
like
pressed
this,
your
yeah, like
buttons.
this,
doing that.
like
He
that,
lying.
and like
He
that.
lying.
Was
He
I
lying.
doing that?
He
No. Was I
lying.
doing that? I
He
don't let a
lying.
man put his
He
hand in my
lying.
face
He
without
lying.
circumstances.
All
When
right.
you put your hand in a man's
Emotional.
face,
But you
when
couldn't
put
say
your
it, can you
hand
not put your hand in my face?
He know not to put his hand in my face.
Emotional. I wasn't aggressive with it. Emotional.
All this-
I understand.
This Black Lives Matter,
people
she get hot, right?
Yeah.
See?
You
This
emotional,
is
sad
this
as
is
cool, bro.
this.
Like,
I don't
point.
see anything.
He's right. You did get emotional.
I don't see you donating anything to society, and you're still living.
Oh, man, if
you're
you
still
ain't on that
living
shit, but you gotta get
under
something else.
another man.
That's fine. That's
You're
fine.
mad.
That's
I
cool.
understand
That's cool.
you're
I live
you're
an
mad
honest
at your
life. I live
mother,
an honest
and you
life.
take that out on
No,
all black
It's
women.
not black women you are like that, nigga. Miss me. It's a lot of them. What
Yes.
you talking about? Hey, but multiple baby daddies, my nigga. 70% of the fucking household, nigga. Fuck up out of here, nigga. What are you talking about? Ain't nobody lying about that shit. What you talking about, nigga? I'll be done my bag.
70% of black
Yes,
mothers
single
are bad.
mothers in the household. In the household, my nigga. In the
Right,
household, my
70%.
nigga.
That means you're part of the 30%.
No,
That means you're part of the 30%.
No.
So let's try to get
No.
some clearance here. So basically, you got hot because he was in your face, but you just be like, "Yo, man, get in my face, man." He did get in your face with the. That's weird. But you got your buttons pressed. That I didn't. I love it. We keep it 100%, 1,000 right here.
I'm
That shit
telling
real.
you, X.
X-Files don't take shit personal, man. That's the first time I saw you
Hey.
pop your top, Sad.
I've never seen a brother put his hand in my face before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all the time, man. Yeah, be happening,
I
bro.
was yelling to the camera.
I got you.
You yelling at me.
But I gotta
That's
understand.
different.
I understand how this is a touchy topic because you have, for the longest,
He's
since
a
I've known you-
homophobe. That's the
I'm
problem.
not homo. I'm not
You
homophobe.
are
I'm not
homophobic in
You're
my.
lying.
So he's
This is
saying you're a
throwing out that false
homophobe.
narrative out
All right,
there.
so wait.
I ain't
Let me see.
homophobe. What the fuck?
Let's see what's up.
No.
He says you're homophobic.
That's not true.
I'm not
That's
I'm
not
not
true.
homophobe. I'm not
That's not
homophobe.
true. Let me
Okay.
take that back.
That's not true.
I'm not
There you go.
homophobe.
Okay.
That's not true.
Okay.
I'm not a homophobe.
He feels
I'm not a homophobe.
he does not.
He
have,
cleared it. He said it's not true.
That's not true. Do not use that sound bite. But I feel as though he has a fear of and does not understand or have sympathy for the struggle of the non-straight person.
Text me if you gotta communicate.
Do you love?
Stop with that hand
Do you
sign
love
shit.
anyone that's not a straight person?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
He has
I
an
love my
auntie.
I got an auntie.
You love her.
I love my auntie. Yeah, I love my auntie.
His auntie
She's
gay.
part of the community. And
Yeah,
she's
she
gay,
a stud,
and she's
too.
lesbian, yeah, and she cross dresses. I love my auntie.
So
I met her. She's nice.
now with her, was she at the baby shower?
She was at a.
Oh shit! I ain't see
job fair
nobody.
thing.
I ain't see nobody at the baby shower except for the Jody's Corner. I ain't see no family. X-Files. You talking about
Found
putting
out
a
why.
family together? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That auntie that you love wasn't invited to your baby shower.
Hey, but she out of town. Hey, she got to stay. She don't live up in California.
Oh, you
She
love
live
her
up
from
in Arizona.
afar.
Nah. Hey, she
Far.
was up in the house. I
Far.
mean, I grew up with her, bro. We was up in the house. Hey, but raised, you know that. Yeah.
So why do you think you're so insensitive to the plight of the transgender?
Because they get more rights than us straight black males. And I
What
like
rights
that
do you
shit.
need that you don't
That's
get?
true.
More
That's
rights.
true. They get
What
more
rights do
attention.
you
Right.
need that you don't get?
Opportunity.
Like opportunity to do
but
what?
me, I gotta fight. I gotta go through all types of loopholes and shit. But if that, I'm a gay man, bro. Shit, I can get far up in my life. It seems I can get up on the front cover if I just wear on
Cover
a
of
dress.
what?
I can get on the front of any type of magazine if I wear on.
Well, you gonna
a
have to
dress,
wash your teeth.
I gotta wear on.
You gonna have to wash your face and brush your teeth. You making videos? You think she was doing videos without brushing her teeth?
I gotta freaking wear on the dress, to get known or some fucking cloud or some money.
No, you gotta
That's
make
bullshit.
point is that-
better
Bullshit.
videos.
His
That's
point is
bullshit.
that the
Hey, but where are videos
LGBTQ
at?
gets
You got
pushed
videos?
more than black.
Say it again.
His stance, as well as I agree with it, as well as Dave Chappelle's, is that he doesn't hate LGBTQ. He just feels that in the last 10 years, they've lapped the black movement.
But
They get more love
this
and
is my-
attention.
But has he got a street sign on his street? He just live in a gang neighborhood. He speaks out on here against violence, but I've never gone to see X-Files do a protest against gang violence or do anything to stand up against the
I
gang bangers on his
That's all
block.
I got.
You what?
I participate up in it. That's all that matters.
That-
I participate
you
and
told
I
me
speak
what
out
you
on it.
didn't
I
do.
speak out on it.
You told me what you didn't do.
No, I speak
So that's
out
a-
on it.
it-
If
it-
I'm
Or
silent,
you
if I'm
on
silent,
Twitter.
if I'm silent,
So
if
what I'm
I'm
saying
silent,
is,
TV.
why
then
do you
destroyed.
have to make it personal about what X-Files does in his life for him to have the opinion that he has?
Because
He hurt. He a wounded dog. Hey, but look your wounds, my nigga. Go ahead and look him. Go ahead and talk. Go ahead and
Because
talk.
I'm not
But-
hurt.
Lick them wounds, my nigga. Lick
I'm
them
not
wounds.
hurt,
Lick
X.
them wounds, my nigga.
I'm just-
You got right in my face. Oh my god, my nigga. I was hitting that. That hit stick. That man hit stick.
Because that's how you and Virgo
The
talk.
ball and shit, my nigga.
That's how
It was
you and
that-
Virgo
it was-
talk.
it was-
You
it
think
was-
by yelling
it was
you
that-
could-
No,
you
my
make
nigga,
more
I'm
sense.
proving my point, my nigga.
You sound like a
I'm
fool.
proving my point.
You sound like
I'm
an
proving my
idiot.
point. I'm proving my point.
What's
you
your point?
Emotional.
What is
you
your-
emotional.
That's
you
your point?
emotional.
That's your
You
point?
emotional.
Are we
I present
talking
my
facts
face,
or we
bro.
talking about me?
I'm talking about facts, my nigga. I'm
What is your
talking
facts?
about the black community.
This documentary.
You're talking
That's what
about
we're
the
using.
LGBTQ.
How old is Candace
and how
Owens?
that-
You don't know nothing
I don't
about
care
her.
about
You know
that.
nothing
I'm
about her.
politics.
You don't know
She
how
doesn't
old.
matter.
Hold on. He
that
said I
doesn't
follow
matter.
some of the things she
Bro,
says.
bro,
What do you
yeah,
follow
you're
that
right.
she
We're
says?
going by the
Right.
facts
What
of
do
this
you follow?
documentary.
You said 20 minutes ago.
People and shit.
What
And
did
then
she
they
say
come
that
up
you-
and
what
what's
did she
happening
say
to
that
So
you-
let
us?
somebody speak and then somebody respond, because you guys are just talking over each other.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So what are you saying that you know about Candace Owens like it matters?
And she have in debates against other people, and they come on her platform and like.
So you admire her
agree about
bravery?
the black household and like how it is and stuff, and she talked about these things.
Name
Yeah.
one thing
I
she
believe
said. What did
it's
she
a
say?
problem.
Quote her. What did
It's
she
a problem.
say?
It isn't any structure up in the black household. And she talked about this. It was about the music video, about Plan B, about an artist had put out a song, but where that she talks about killing her child and like clubbing and the next day and shit. Abortion. I was like, fuck, it's a music video of it. And I'm like, I agree with everything that she's saying. And she not
And
too
she's
far
aligned.
off.
She's aligned with Kanye West. And I'll add this here: and I still haven't researched it, but Ye said that most black people, 50% of black babies are dying in terminated pregnancies.
Yeah.
Does that? And I'm not saying that that's real or not. I don't believe that's real. But if it's real, you know how sad that makes me feel? That's sad.
It is
Half
sad.
of our people are dying in the womb, being aborted.
Yeah, I think that's
Half of black people. That means like only 50%. That the 50% that are alive. There's a whole another 50% that never made it.
Right.
That could have been anything. Adoption wasn't an option, motherfucker.
So more black babies. I'm not. That's not. This is, you say you don't talk about politics. We're getting heavy into politics, but what I will say
Abortion is
this.
not politics. That's social society. That's ethics.
Yeah, but pro-life, pro-choice.
I'm not talking about pro-life, pro-choice. I'm talking about 50% of black babies dying. I'm not talking about the abortion element of it. I'm talking about that there's a place. I'm not saying it's true or not, but there's a place where if half of our race are dying before they even get to cry in the world, bro.
Bro, that's the truth.
If it was white babies, I would feel just as hurt. Or Asian.
Yeah,
Or
same
just
here. I
human
listen to
life.
that. I think that should not be
50% of human life of any race being gone, never experiencing life at all. That F's me up. Not thinking about pro-life, pro-choice. I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking about the result that millions of people. I think, did he say in New York? He might have limited it to like 50% of black babies in New York. I'm not really sure. I gotta look
He was
into
just
that.
general.
That's tough for me. So, and Candace Owens she talks about that type of stuff too.
This is why she's had this documentary out. This is why they wore the shirt. This was the final agenda. He starts with the Confederate flag. He goes to the hat. After the hat, he's preparing to run for for president. And then he mentions this documentary that none of us had heard of on a huge platform. He mentions it on Drink Champs. He mentions it on Piers Morgan. He mentions it on ABC. This is the agenda this is the documentary that he's promoting. He hasn't talked about an album. All he talking about, if you watch this is the same fentanyl documentary, isn't it?
I believe
Yes.
maybe.
It's the same documentary that infuriated Jody.
Candace Owens ain't shit. Freak her.
Because she's
It's the facts that she's bringing. I don't care who delivers the facts.
So what I'm saying is, at minute 10, she's trying to discredit George Floyd. Is it George Floyd?
Yeah.
George Floyd.
She's trying to discredit George Floyd 20 minutes in. She's trying to discredit BLM 15 minutes in. Like, this is clearly her agenda and her stance. And if you want to side with her, that's great. But what I'm telling you is, if you want to count somebody else's money, you have to count your own and see what you've done for the same community.
Bro, I'm at a 2005 study. I'm not at a 2022 study. In 2005, it was 37%.
That's poor education. That's sex.
Abortions of black women.
That's too young.
Black women are aborting in 2005 of the study, out of 1.2 million people, black women take 37% of that.
And
that's the highest race on the planet.
But guess what? We're getting them pregnant. They're not getting themselves pregnant. It takes two to tango.
Now that's a different discussion.
Right.
It's her body, her choice, though. Because I know a lot of men wouldn't be for that.
Her body, her choice.
I know a lot of men wouldn't be for that.
Right, but I'm sitting next to a condom-free black man that was telling me his pull-out game was strong.
I take care.
You are a good father. I will not take a shot at your fatherhood. But you were raw dogging them. You were raw dogging them, right? Your pull-out game, but you don't know if you contribute to that 37% or not, because you wasn't using condoms, and you on YouTube telling the fans that you wasn't using condoms. Wasn't that you?
But I didn't have
my pull-out game strong.
And here we are. We're talking about personal things and shit.
But what I'm saying is, but why are they getting abortions? Because young men young men are getting them pregnant. Nobody else could get a woman pregnant but a man. I don't care if you LGBTQ,
right.
transgender.
Are you for? Listen, guys. Are you for black advancement? And that means life, right?
Right.
So can 2 gay men have a baby?
What are we talking about here?
So I'm asking
sound
the question.
really.
Can 2 gay women have a baby?
I started with only people that can get a woman pregnant is a man. Correct? I said it takes 2 to tango. That's exactly what I said.
Maybe you did say
then
that.
I said these women aren't getting pregnant by themselves. It takes a man to get a woman pregnant.
You're missing
so now
you miss where I'm trying to go. The LGBTQ movement, by default, contributes to less black babies being born, wouldn't you say?
With no shortage, 37% of them is getting aborted. So
That's
we
terrible.
wanted more babies, then we need to figure out the whole situation
That
and
is a
secure
problem.
the young
Yeah,
women.
that is a problem.
So
But once again-
so obviously it's a surplus of people getting pregnant out here.
Sure, but if
And I don't know
LGBT
and is getting pregnant advancement of the race or simply multiplying?
More life the
because
better.
a lot of times you seem very unhappy with black society as a whole. You seem very unhappy with black women as a whole.
No,
I'm not saying
not
all
me.
of them.
Not
The
me.
Ratchets, the
That's not black
Rakeshas.
society.
What
Those
is
are just,
that?
Those are just hood rats.
It's more hood rats in the ghetto than it is in the suburbs.
Sure.
So where's the most of the black community? In the ghetto.
Yeah.
And you have a problem with the women in the ghetto.
I have a problem with the women in the ghetto who act ghetto.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm from.
So do you think these are highly educated women
Some
that
of them.
don't want to be
Some of them.
that the 37%? I'm not talking about 10%.
Some
I'm
of
not
them,
talking about 8%. I'm not talking about 15%.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the 37% of women that are getting these abortions is because, I'm a doctor and I don't want to start practicing. My golf career going to go away.
Most of them are probably from the
Most
ghetto.
of them are in the ghetto, right? So then
I would say so, yeah.
So we would so you're already claiming that they're bad mothers and they're the reason the community has failed, right? That's what you said.
Facts.
But obviously they're not getting enough support in the world. And I only
There's
brought
a lot
up
of programs now.
You want them to go get on the state? How many programs is it?
We got access to the internet side. It tells you about sex and all of this. Come on, it is no excuse.
It tells you about
It is
sex,
no
but you
excuse. It
telling
tells you
me
about
your
all types of
pullout,
things.
your personal pullout game is strong.
Yeah, I
But the
take care of
internet-
my
but-
child. I
The
can
one
only
you
spend
know
effort
about.
for myself.
The one you know
I
about.
take care of my responsibility
Because
and the
you're
kids
beautiful.
I create.
Because-
That's the thing. I can't speak on everybody else. I can only talk about myself. I take care of my kid and my girl. This is a family structure house. Ain't I'm not with that shit, bro.
Because
No.
that beautiful woman.
It feels like you're deviating from
Hold
the
on,
problem.
hear me
yeah.
out.
It's like
Y'all won't let
you're
me finish.
deviating. Go
Because
ahead.
that
You're
beautiful
deviating.
woman, decided to share with you the information that she was with child. But what about them other? You only had sex with her, or that was your first?
No, it was only.
So what about the ones that decided not to tell you that they mamas told them they was going to handle it?
I'm a faithful man, so
I'm talking about before her. You've been on this earth long before her. From the time you lost your virginity until your daughter, you don't know how many abortions was had because you put some sperm in somebody. Your seed
I
is
was
potent.
using condoms, bro. I wasn't just going.
You was
around
on
with
here
that,
for
bro.
3 years telling us your pull-out game was
No,
strong.
no,
Now
no.
you're
I was
using
with I was
condoms.
with
So
the
we've
same
established
girl,
that
though.
you're a
I was with the
liar.
same girl. I was with the same girl. I
Oh,
was
okay,
talking
okay.
about, it's the one that I'm.
So
with,
you only
but
you
I
only been
wasn't-
with one
I
woman.
wasn't-
That
yeah, bro,
explains
I
a
don't got
lot.
multiple-
That
I don't
tells
got
me a
multiple
lot.
partners like that. No.
What I'm
I don't
saying,
even,
what I'm
disease
saying
and shit like
is,
that. Hell
if
no,
this
I
lady
wasn't
got
saying.
42 million and she want to spend 2 million on her own community, I don't have a problem with it. Jay-Z says, "There's much bigger problems in the world I know, but first let me start off with the world I know." So her coming, they knew she didn't come out the closet after getting all this money. These people that donated knew they were donating to a member of that community. And they trust her to spend their money like they see fit. Not my money, not your money, not his money.
Do you
So
think that
if
it's
they-
okay what they did?
Yeah, I don't think that's okay.
I
think it's
can't
okay what they
tell
did?
you. I can't tell you what them
not-
crystals is worth to you. I can't tell you.
yes
you
or
should-
no, it'd
You
be
tell
nice.
us it's for
No.
the black.
It's
for
not
the
okay what they
betterment
did,
of
so you
black
admit
people,
what they did was
and
wrong.
you're
No,
giving this shit.
I feel as though She started the organization.
So she has the right to misappropriate the funds.
You're calling it misappropriation.
By fact of the world. If it's for Black Lives Matter, if it's Black Lives.
Did Candace donate? Candace didn't donate either. So I got 3 people that didn't donate a dime telling her how she should spend her money.
So let's get this out the
and
clear.
who she should spend her
Let's
money
get this
on.
out of the way. Did you donate to Black Lives Matter?
Yes.
How much did you donate to Black Lives Matter?
$200, nothing crazy.
So, all right, so a couple
On
of
the
$100.
week I was broke.
So a couple of
When
$100.
I was broke.
You gave a couple of $100 to
Yes.
Black Lives Matter, and because you did that, your opinion on the subject is more valuable than mine and X-Files.
Because that's my money.
Do you hear how you sound?
Because it's my money?
No, you sound like an elitist.
What do you mean?
Because you donated money to the movement gives your opinion more credence and gives you the only reason to have the opinion. You say that we shouldn't even offer an opinion because you donated to them?
If you donated your money, then you could say where you wanted to go. Jody, I don't want you to get Wingstop.
Come
Yo,
on.
why Jody always buying Wingstop?
Okay.
You bought that for me.
So you have to have a dog in the fight in order to have an opinion on it. So when Kanye went DEFCON 3 on Jewish people, I should just stay out of it because I'm not Jewish. I shouldn't have commentary on it.
No, what I'm saying is
shouldn't say that's wrong of Kanye.
I can't tell if he spends his money. If he spends his money to try and build a house, then I can't say that's wrong for him to try to build a house.
Do you see how many traps you can lead yourself in that? So people could just bring up these different charities and do anything they want with them, and then people be like, "What's going on? Did you donate? No? Then get out of here." Only people who donated money could talk about it.
Because saving the world is not a spectator sport.
You think this is saving the world?
What, in her opinion, yes.
You think that she's trying to save the world by sending $2-3 million?
Her world, yes. Some of those people she helped.
This is not about LGBTQ. This is about black lives being abused by cops. Trayvon Martin wasn't LGBTQ.
Have you ever heard of Color of Change? Have you ever attended any of these speeches? You're listening to a real coon. This guy's calling me a coon. You're listening to a real coon give you selective information that only she wants to share.
She is a coon. I believe she's a coon.
And this is
she's
selective. This is selective
I don't care
information.
if it's a coon, a dwarf, a snake, a raccoon, a freaking dog delivers that sheep by mail. If it's true, it's valid. It doesn't matter who's the messenger. Is the message real?
Do you remember certain slobs on the internet saying, the money? He's worried about your money.
Yeah.
You're saying that he has a valid point.
No, I'm
you
not.
should give it to YouTube.
I'm not a foundation.
What?
I'm not a foundation or a charity.
So the charity's goal is
if you're a charity, you're open to public critique, yes.
Anything is... the New York Giants is open to public critique.
They got charities.
The New York Giants.
Yes.
All of the MLB
teams.
Critique.
Every MLB team.
So people that are watching and donating their time don't have an opinion on what you should do here.
They can have... No, they don't. No, people who will donate, yeah.
People that don't donate.
No, freak you. Enjoy the content or get going.
Same point. As the code, hashtag more boxes would say, you're making my point for me.
No, you said about what I should do here on my channel. I don't have to listen to them. I'm not getting money from them. But I'm not getting
money from you.
I'm not a foundation. If I was if this was Jody's Corner Foundation, if this was a nonprofit channel, then they could talk shit. Because I'm taking funds for operation.
But some of her funds are going to the cause that she said she would do.
All right, so now we're getting somewhere.
We saw
saw
legal ramifications. We saw them on CNN. We saw thousands of people shouting George's name. We saw a movement that hit Beverly Hills, that hit Washington, that hit foreign lands on Telemundo across the world. They were looking. America had a microscope on it, paying attention.
Forget this scandal. Let's just move on and just let it water under the bridge.
We saw defund police.
How do you really feel?
I'm telling you that
do you feel betrayed as someone who gave hundreds of dollars knowing that your sheep probably went to somebody's titties?
No.
You don't feel bad?
Because I feel the money is still in good hands. I feel like good work got done.
You still feel the money's in good hands?
Yes.
After what you just saw?
Yes.
That's misappropriating funds.
Those people, the LGBT community,
that's unlawful. They haven't filed their taxes. They got 2 houses and nobody's there but their people.
Neither did the constituents that she follows. She did not do an expose on her boss who didn't show his taxes. It's the pot calling the kettle black that don't even want to be black.
We would agree that people like the president should show their taxes when they're requested to. I'm not saying that that's wrong, but so should they, right?
Listen, if dude was on fentanyl, he was a drug addict, and he had legal representation. What's his name? Benjamin Crump. We seen it all over the news. We seen things amplified. We seen people lose jobs.
I am actor said he donated and he regrets it.
Okay.
He should.
Right. Yeah, he should.
They're frauds. It's a fraudulent organization. Manny says this discussion is fire. Take this 100. Thank you, Manny. I love you. Young Thundercat says Black Lives Matter ended in 2020 with a balance of 60 million. 2.4 went towards LGBTQ people who are also black. Now let's look at what the rest of the 50 millions went to. What are we really discussing here? So Young Thundercat, that was only 2.6 million, right? Didn't they mention in this show there was like a $6 million house and like a $12 million house?
Right.
So we're already at over $20 million.
That could be a third. 30-year mortgage. She has good credit.
It's a third.
She's got good credit. She's got a lot of buildings through grants and all type of stuff.
The $2.6 million was just in cash donations. The housing and the property, that's well over $20 million. How do you feel about well over $20 million going into real estate and to donating to the LGBTQ community? Because when a foundation ends, the real estate passes on to the owners. That's why you get real estate. Let me buy this big old house and call it the blah, blah, blah foundation. Oh, the foundation has resolved. Let me move myself in here. It's the foundation, but now I got me a big old house to live in. You don't see the hustle? You don't see the hustle?
So 60 million, and she's supposed to live next door to us. She's supposed to live on my block.
Come on, we had this conversation already.
I'm telling you, 6
we
million.
had this conversation already. What you need a $12 million in Canada?
How many?
Santa Ward in Canada? They got a multi-million-dollar mansion in Canada? I thought this was BLM America.
What? Who said America?
Trayvon Martin? This is where it started in America. Police brutality? Where's the police brutality in Canada, my nigga?
There you go again. Trying to tell people how to spend their money.
Ain't no police brutality against black people in Canada.
You just said they can come to California if they live in Alabama or if they live in Mississippi. What if they want to go to Canada? What if
you're no longer a United States citizen? Get the frick out of here.
What does that have to do with your life?
You're not protected by American law if you're in Canada, my nigga. What you talking about?
It didn't say black American law. It's not BLM. It's BLM. Whether they're black lives in London. A black life is not a black life. You telling me Black Lives Matter in America? BLMIN?
What I'm saying is, take care of...
That's your decision, not hers.
That is an American foundation.
You need to take care of
in America, take care of the American citizens.
Why?
First.
There you go, counting people pockets and telling them what to do with their money.
Tight. So
the money.
So basically, what you're saying
you sound like a hater.
After you make a foundation, you can move it to whatever country you want to, and then no longer put the money, do whatever you want with it.
Did they really move it though?
I don't know.
Move it though? You told them all to come to California.
That's a big house.
Hey, come to California. You'll be safe here.
California's in the United States.
Guess what?
Canada is not.
Guess what Canada has?
What?
Free health care.
Okay.
It does.
What's that mean?
So if you're having botched boob jobs, catching diseases,
that's on them.
That's
sick, on them.
Oh,
that's on them.
But what if the
Stop cutting your body up?
What if okay? Let's say you have problems, regular medical problems, dental problems,
like the rest of us, for sure. That's why we have medical insurance and dental insurance.
No. These people get. There is free medical in Canada for everyone. So making them Canadian citizens will also create opportunities for people to live longer and a better quality of life.
You should work for them, my nigga.
Yeah, you are.
You just made up some shit that they're not even claiming themselves.
Everybody
you just
knows
made up a
Canada's
theory.
popping.
You just made up a theory that Black Lives Matter moved to Canada, bought that property so they could give out free health care.
I told Jody's Corner fans 6 months ago to buy land.
Hey, my nigga, you right. This nigga
Canada.
Tripping. He tripping. You can't even see the truth.
I told Jody Corner, because it's not my money.
This is a foundation. I know it's not your money.
You think they supposed to be
I know it's not your money.
You think, oh, Yeezy's supposed to spend his like he want. But if I decide I'm going to help black kids learn how to tap dance, and then I decide that I want to help some black kids in China tap dance.
The line has to be drawn somewhere, bro.
Why?
It's not your money. What if they decide to change it from BLM to WLM and only support white people? Will you have a problem then?
No, but the lives are still black.
Will you have a problem if they change their mission statement to only helping white people?
I don't want nobody telling me what to do with my money.
It's not their money. It's not their money. That's the whole point. It's not their money. It is giving money to them to do certain things with.
To do the good that they feel in their heart. And
No. To do what that goddamn shit says in their mission statement. To help black men and protect them from being abused and murdered and killed by police.
So a woman going to only protect men and not protect women who you say is a weaker species.
Women too, but
not the women that you say
very few women
have got
are
it
getting
effed
pulled
up,
over by the
right?
cops. Very few black women are getting pulled over by the cops, saying come out of your car, beating them over the head, clubbing them, putting them in the van, hitting the brakes, breaking their neck. Come on, bro. We know that it's happening.
And you think
men
and
women.
When a racist cop pull over and he see a man with a beard and a wig on with some high heels, you think he ain't getting his ass whipped too?
He ain't
Not the same.
He ain't no threat.
No, he not going to hit him because they're ladies?
Automatically not a threat.
He not masculine.
Yep.
He not masculine.
Automatically not a threat.
Yeah.
So you don't think you're not familiar with gay bashing?
I am, bro, but let's keep it a buck. We're men. Are you intimidated by a gay man in a freaking dress? Or are you intimidated by a gangbanging looking thug nigga like he might have the strap?
Yeah, that's
male masculine energy, bro.
But
and when you put that dress on, you omit it. You are no longer a threat. Ain't no police worried about a freaking transsexual overpowering them, taking their gun and killing them.
Yeah.
Yes, but they do.
When they see black masculine men, they fear us. That's why they say they're scared, so they pulled their pistol and shot us.
It doesn't matter between fear and hate. It's still coming from a horrible place.
Right.
It's still coming from an evil place. Just like that man chose to put on a wig, you chose to put on a do-rag. Crispy don't look like that. Crispy's not going to get the same reaction as that. You with this do-rag getting pulled over are going to get treated a certain way, and you know it.
Hey,
so if you get pulled over...
Hey, Jessica agrees with you. Jessica, would you like to call in and offer your opinion?
If you get pulled over and you take that do-rag off, what you got under there?
I would really like to hear from Jessica.
Jessica, even braids.
I would love to get a black woman's opinion on this matter. That would be really nice.
Even
I'm not shocked that you take
under
a stance.
there. You got braids under there, so you even coming more black. So this dude take off his wig. He still got on eyelashes and lipstick. There are men that hate other men because those men want to be women, and those cops will beat their ass, and they don't get proper representation, and they get raped in prison. They get their assholes torn out. They get beat the hell up. What's the worst thing you could be in prison?
That's amazing.
Outside of a rat and a snitch, what's the worst thing you could be in prison?
JB's! Thank you for lighting up the studio, homie. We about to get out this motherfucker, bro. We got 1 or 2 more things we about to deal. You understand me? Shout out to you, JB's.
And let me just say this. What up, JB's?
JB said, what up, guys? I didn't get no type of notification at all. Shout out to TheyTube doing what they do. Take this 50, though. Good looking out, my G. I appreciate you, JB's. Yeah, no alerts went out for this bad boy.
What I appreciate,
for members, bro.
What I appreciate about X-Files is that he is so open in the chat. And I said a lot of things, but I didn't know he did not. I did not.
Yeah,
I know. You sound crazy. You sound crazy. I know that everything I said here was already out there in our YouTube community.
And that's a
our
problem.
Family.
That's a problem after getting that information. You still saying the same shit.
Yeah.
Your mind didn't change at all?
Not at all.
God damn.
And I also look at the source.
That nigga right. That nigga was right, but nigga, he don't save you. You're gone.
I don't even see it as gone.
And that's the difference between black power and black pride. I can't go that far.
Right, but Jody.
I have black pride, my nigga.
The reason why
you got an agenda.
The reason I singled you out.
Say I got an agenda.
The reason I singled you out is because Jody puts food on many tables, not just his family. He's tried to build something. He is a leader in the community online. I haven't seen you step up and be a leader.
You said you ain't did shit.
I've stepped
but
up.
it shouldn't matter, though.
I no, it shouldn't matter.
Right.
It should matter.
That's what I control. I can't control other people's life and what they do.
Right, but
I'm
you
controlling me and my actions.
But you pocket clocking somebody else.
I'm not pocket
Look what kind of car she got.
No,
look what kind of house she got. She don't deserve that. She don't deserve that.
You know your shit personally. As far as this evidence, you just saying they can free to do whatever they want. That's
You think
that's
because,
crazy.
You think because it's a foundation.
Is it because Candace delivered this news? If
No.
Obama delivered it, I really feel if Obama said, American people, I got something to share with you, and then he laid this out like that, you'd be a lot more receptive to it.
Everybody could get their skirt pulled up. Everybody can get their hood open and look at the engine and see what's going wrong. But I feel like we're putting this woman under a microscope because she's black.
Yes,
and that's that
I
self,
agree.
That
I
is
agree.
that self-hate.
I agree with that. We
They
agree.
knew.
We agree.
This is what I'm saying.
We commented on that. I said
If you
that.
give money,
I agree with
if you give money to a lesbian and do not expect her to help her lesbian community, you are insane.
Really?
If I give Louis
If I give her
Farrakhan
$10 to get a burger,
if I give Louis Farrakhan money and he uses it on the Muslim nation, am I
Right.
bugging? He's
That's
got
not
a
the
job.
same.
That's a different.
That's
that's a
not the
different-
same, dude.
Right, that's his
That's a
community.
so giving money to a
Yeah,
gay
that's a
person
different.
means that I'm helping the gay community? What about but this nigga just want to get a sandwich
He
or
might
a
be
bus
hungry or
ticket?
something, you know?
What the
Yeah,
freak? Why?
yeah,
I understand. And you're trying to line it up to like giving it to Farrakhan. You're right. Giving money to a Farrakhan or one of them fools on the corners of shit with the newspapers. We know that money goes directly to the nation, so you are contributing to the nation. But that ain't the same as giving $20 to a gay friend. How's that the same?
We donated to her organization, and what's the definition of
Yeah,
an
you got hustled.
organized movement?
You got played.
I'm still getting played, obviously,
yes.
because I think the money is because
You think you're wrong. Yeah. Yo, she probably went to her tires, my nigga. How's that make
it
you
don't
feel?
matter.
Oh,
They-
to you, it
George
doesn't matter. I'm
Floyd-
mad for you then.
Listen, 10 years ago, we didn't have these cases. A lot of them didn't make the Central Park 5 or so many people that there are people in this world that felt like she helped them. Now, if there's always, why do they use Candace Owens? Because she's a black face
Yes.
that is against the black community, right?
Yes, Ripper. She a female
you
Ripper.
You say,
I told
oh,
y'all that freaking
I don't-
Ripper she pay.
I don't like her, but I like what she's saying, and I believe I align with this, but I don't align with that. Her agenda is the same.
Yes.
To destroy my community
Yes.
for her own profit.
Hey, but she
and
talks
you're
about
saying
the problem. She highlights like the problem.
it depends
and
on
there
what-
are a lot of
it depends on
problems
what
with
you
black
talk
people.
about as your community. I don't know. I feel like there's a big
mind
divide between what happens when a black girl gets educated and starts to talk proper. What do the ghetto black people say about her? What do our people say? What do our people do?
She acts white.
Right. And then they would do what? They cast them out.
Yes.
So, what's that say about us?
As a whole,
We don't promote advancement of our own goddamn selves. We criticize it. I just blew your freaking mind, didn't I?
no. No, you
I did.
didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, because when I told you to go, when we talk about dating, and I tell you to go here and date somebody or find a girl there, this is what I'm talking about. Everything doesn't just exist in the hood. We was talking about girls that like rock and roll. You said they was whack.
No, I didn't.
What did you say?
I said black people put rock and roll down because black people criticize black people for liking rock music.
Right, but the black girls that do like rock music you're not chasing them.
That black girl that called in that liked rock music was a weirdo. Let's keep it a buck. She was weird as shit.
You're doing the
over-talking.
same thing that they're saying.
She was actually a weirdo. She could have liked hip hop, nigga. She's a weirdo because she was over talking us and making claims and excuses and laughing over us, disrespecting the stream. It don't matter to me. I'ma do it anyway. Ha ha. I said, I know, I don't have a problem with that, but I don't know why you saying something.
What
I
I'm-
said, ma'am, it seems like you're upset, but can we tell? No, I don't want to hear it. She was an idiot.
What the hell?
You should have been there. They remember the stream. She was acting weird as shit.
All I'm saying is
And I still respected her and let her talk.
Every black person doesn't follow the black agenda. Every black, like you said, every black person, some of us like Pokemon, some of us like comic books.
Right.
But we are not attracted to the masses.
Why do our people not uplift our people who are trying to be better? You want to pull him down.
He got a point.
You said, Diddy, you think you better than me, bitch? And the first thing they want to do, and I'm talking about black women here, they want to beat the shit out of her
Because we're
and
always
scratch her
talking
face
about
up.
black
no,
women.
No, because
she did this with her money.
You know, there's a difference between how we get down as black men and how black women get down. When black men from the hood see a square black dude, they be like, nigga, you a lame square. They'll talk shit and let him go about his business.
Yeah.
We don't give it that much thought. But a lot of black women, they get upset at other Sadiddy looking or light skinned, some of them, colorism. Oh, she's Sadiddy, she thinks she all that. And that jealousy talk, and they be fighting this shit. I've been through the school system in LA. I've seen a whole bunch of chicks who were just prettier and were just light skinned or didn't act hood and ratchet getting beat up by the ratchet bitches. They're the main one, bitch. You think you shit because she get the male attention, because she get good grades, and she don't chase top behavior. You beating the shit out of her and shit, jumping her. Like getting jumped by like 5 girls and shit. They do that shit. I'm going to claw your face up, bitch. They be saying it. I'm going to scratch her face up. Man. What is that?
But don't men.
We don't beat niggas up like that.
No, we simply gangbang on each other. They trip
That's
on each
totally
other.
different, though. Gangbangers leave squares alone for the most part. You bang, this nigga square. Man, go on about your business, man.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know what I'm saying, Sad. You know what I'm saying.
I'm saying that the whole community is effed up. So now you saying this is what happens in L.A., but don't move to Canada. You can come to L.A., but don't go to Canada.
I'm not saying don't go to Canada, my nigga, but why are we leaving the country? That's counterproductive.
You just said that they're living places where there's not
Sad.
safe for them.
Yes, I'm trying to tell you, bro. The black man, finish it. There's 2 more words. And that's the only one that matters. That's a different experience. When you're black in France, if you're black in Germany, if you're black in Canada, you can be black in Africa. There's no more place that is where black men are treated on a high level of with negativity, being murdered, castrated, systemic racism than the black man in America. If you are not a black man in America, you do not understand this struggle.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't. So if you're talking about going to Canada and France, for sure, you might have a way better life in France and Canada than you will here. So you don't no longer have our struggles, so you really can't talk on it.
Isn't that the goal?
Belied is from Canada. He the main nigga saying, I don't know what you niggas is going through, bruh. You guys are tripping. You guys don't know nothing. Nigga, you ain't in America. Yeah. It's awesome being black in Canada, I'm sure.
So why not get a house in Canada where you can help some people to get safe and get out?
Black people don't like the cold, my nigga. Keep that shit above, my nigga.
You're flip-flopping, Jody Joe. That's
black people don't like the cold, nigga. What you talking about?
This is a sneaker.
What do you mean?
That is a flip-flop.
No, I'm giving a buck.
Listen,
black people don't like the cold.
You just said they could have a better life in Canada. But you also want to know why would she buy a building in Canada?
Who wants to go to Canada, my nigga, when you from California?
They coming over here.
They coming here. Come on, that bad weather, snowing 300 days out the year.
Everybody can't come to California.
Why not? What's wrong with a rental car? Hitch a ride. What they did in the 70s. Hitchhike, baby. Peace sign up. They got here in the 70s. What's wrong now?
Why are so many people moving to Palmdale and Victorville and Rialto?
That's still California. I ain't say LA. That's still California.
The gangs are going there. It's getting dangerous out there, right?
Man, it sound like excuses to me, my nigga.
No, it doesn't. You said they have a better life. You admitted that they will have a better life in Canada.
Yes.
The goal is to get them a better quality of life.
Yeah, but they
why not own real estate all over the country?
I'm not knocking Canadians.
All over the world.
I'm not knocking Canadians, but I'd rather be an American than a Canadian.
That's you. But
so
you don't wear a dress.
So would they. They don't want to go to Canada.
You don't even relate to them.
If they wanted to go to Canada.
You don't even think they should get free health care. Why you care where they live?
Do you know what the black percentage of the population is in Canada right now? That shit is very low.
It could get higher.
You don't go to see black people, you gonna see nothing but freaking mooses and snow and white people. Who want to go there?
And Drake.
Drake, he half white. See that? His mama couldn't even find the daddy couldn't even find a black woman. He said, "Give me this white lady."
She's looking to help. She's looking to help her people in the best way she sees fit, and I'm down with that.
All right, you have.
I can't listen to 2 people. Now, see, you're helping some people. You're helping about 15 to 30 people and 60 to 70,000 people at home. Jody does a lot of good in the world.
Thank you.
X-Files helps about 700 people through his trash ass videos. But
facts.
What I'm saying, and I know people directly that you've helped their household be better. That's why I wanted to know what households besides your own that has benefited from you financially, a stop sign, sweeping up the block, Miss Hattie down the street.
For my own household and my own family. That's who I'm responsible for.
Right, because that load is almost too much for you to bear.
No.
This lady's able to help 1,000 people and has enough money left over to buy properties all over the world.
And
we gotta get to the sexuality. Yeah, we gotta get to the root of where X-Files is talking about.
Is the root of the issue.
Black lives.
Black lives, black men, black women.
Police brutality, the mission.
Killed.
It was created because of black people being killed by police.
Right. By American police, right?
Yes.
American police, yes.
So her getting a refuge for people to spend a weekend, a retreat. If a family gets battered or hurt, they can go there and sit in a pool and live the good life and detox for a couple months and then go figure it out. This is a...
They're not doing that, though.
How do
Nobody's
you know
there.
what they're doing?
When you talk about she empty, my nigga, it's only a man. It's 2 lesbians in that motherfucker eating each other every night in that motherfucker house, bro.
It could be a party.
You can tell my nigga...
And that's their right if that's what they want to do.
That's because it's their house.
Y'all team sus anyway.
It's their house.
I don't understand how you team sus, right? Yeah. And you don't have love for the transgender and LGBT community.
Who said I have love for him?
Well, why if they
I got love for all people.
So why you don't want them to have a swimming pool and eat each other out all day?
Because that's black people's money. That's black men's money for police brutality. For police brutality.
Hey, one of them could be a cop. You don't know. They not letting Candace Owens in there.
What I see is that her wife is spending millions of dollars on her sexuality.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what the truth is. Her wife is spending millions of dollars. And who the freak gave her wife money?
Ooh.
This is not for the wife. Why does the wife have anything to do with this?
You don't give your wife money?
The wife should get $2.something million.
You give your lady money?
I
give my lady money.
If you have a foundation, your wife is going to be able to get $3 million out of that shit?
You just said she spent $2 million getting her stuff done, right?
No, doing all that shit.
Doing what?
Donating to the foundations for LGBTQ all over the freaking world and shit.
Downtown.
They're taking their money and doing what they think is good with it.
Agenda.
Just because it's LGBTQ, the life is still
Sam, here's the thing. And
she can answer this question.
Answer this question. Will you answer this question with a yes or a no, please?
Yes.
Great.
No.
If the Black Lives Matter founder was a straight black woman with a black husband, would that $3 million have been donated to the LGBTQ foundations?
How can I know? You asking me to answer something without the scope of my knowledge.
Nigga bias. You're capping. You're capping.
Because there are things that they call, there are people that are known as sympathizers for that community. That you guys don't seem to be.
Can't do nothing
there
with you,
are
man.
other things called
Can't do
allies.
nothing with this man.
Allies, which you guys don't seem to be.
Come on, man.
How much should she give? Okay, how much should she give to the LGBT community to help get transgender women off the street? How much?
Zero.
Out of 60.
Zero.
There
It should
we
all go to black people who are involved with police brutality. All of it.
So transgender people
Zero.
don't have, gay people don't have police.
Now here's where I got
only
you.
because they're afraid of
I got
the
you.
thugs.
I got you.
You
I know
don't
you
even
want-
like
no,
thugs.
no.
He don't even like thugs.
What you mean I don't like
He
thugs,
can't
man? My
stand-
family, I got family members that are thugs.
You
Hey.
look at his smile. You see that smile?
What are you-
Close up.
How you gonna say I don't like thugs? I got
Close
family.
up. Look at that
I got
smile.
brothers who are thugs, bro. What are you
You
talking
don't
about?
like thugged out niggas.
I got family that are like that.
You love them because you have to.
I was a thug once upon a time, long time ago.
Yeah.
That's right, E-Man. Hey, vouch for me, E-Man. Hey, here's what I'm saying. If a trans or an LGBTQ was hurt by the cops, give her some of the money.
It happens every day.
Yeah, I am with you. LGBTQ should not get some of the money because they're LGBTQ. If they're LGBTQ and they happen to be a verified police brutality case, then they should get some of the money because that aligns with the police brutality.
Yeah, but it hasn't though.
Yes.
On a bigger scale than the black man.
These are chicks that want to get their bodies done, and so come on, sex dating sites, Sadler, please, bro. Those are sex dating sites. BDSM. Yeah. Let me suck your cock. Donate money. What's that, bro? Where's the Black Lives Matter in that, my nigga?
What I tried to explain to you as I've led my argument is that a lot of these people cannot find normal jobs based in a normal community based on the way they look and their sexuality. a lot of them have to turn to prostitution and other illegal activities.
That's their choice. You
That's
making
their
excuses
excuse.
for
That's
them,
their
bro.
excuse. Yeah,
that's their
that's
choice
their
to be a
excuse, bro. That's a big
prostitute,
excuse, yeah.
man. I ain't gonna let you put that on
So you
because they want to
how
be
come
trans.
there's no LGBT people here at the chat? How come there's no? You've been on the air 6 years. I ain't seen one transgender
Go ahead and tell
come
me,
in
Jody.
here.
Go ahead and tell me, Jody. Go ahead and tell
First
me,
of all,
Jody.
there's so many ways to attack this. One, there ain't that many of them out there compared to the population, my brother. You got mad at X-Files. If there's 1 out of 40 trans at your job, nigga, what's the trans rate to regular citizen rate? There's 400 million people in this country. How many of them are trans?
So you've
1,
never,
2, 3, 4, 5
so
million?
you never had a transgender with a good opinion on a movie in the 900
That
episodes
sounds no.
of Jody's Corner that you've seen?
No. The answer is no. Hey, if there's a transgender out there, bro, who want to freaking hit me up.
Come to death
Hit
row.
me up. What are you talking about, bro? A transgender, someone that like pop culture and gives good opinions? I don't give a freak. But where's they at? Where that dodo bird at?
Yeah, Jody be asking questions, bro. He open-minded. He don't care about none of that.
Yeah.
You call your butthole.
And you know what?
Yep.
Harvey, David, I guarantee I want to know what y'all did. I'm talking about what X-Files did. Tell me what you did to improve the community.
Yeah, I got
What
Conscious
type of
TV. That's
shit?
the homie. Conscious
Hey,
TV's the
I was
homie.
about to say that.
Yeah, but he's not here on the couch, though.
Yeah.
If Conscious ever come to LA, he's more than welcome
I'll
here.
even pull up.
Conscious
Yeah.
is transgender?
Conscious
Hey,
is
Conscious.
LGBTQ.
No, I
Yeah.
said transgender.
Why you gotta be
You worry
transgender?
about the LGBT community. You worry about the
I don't know,
transgender
man,
community.
freak. I don't-
Because I think they have it the hardest.
You think transgenders have it the hardest?
I'm sure it's awkward.
I think black LGBTQ have it the hardest. Because there's transgenders who are white who won't have no problems.
Yeah, facts.
Because you're not
Get a good
factoring in.
job. Where do they
kept
work?
that shit. Yeah,
I know
did.
I know a transgender that worked at Fry's greeting people before that shit closed down. She was fired. But she had a voice of a dude, though, still. She had to work on it.
This guy. She had to work.
I keep that shit a buck, y'all. I love all people, man. Keep that shit 1,000 over here. I'm the realest nigga on this planet.
These is
nobody realer than
armchair
me.
quarterbacks that sit home, do nothing, and judge everybody. Sports commentators.
Ain't nothing wrong with judging people.
And
But what I'm saying is, get in the game.
You judging
Do
everywhere.
something. It's money out here for everybody. If you got a better cause that you think you can support, then support the thugs. Start up Homeboy Industries. Remove tattoos.
Support the thugs. I ain't trying to get robbed.
See?
What the
So
freak?
just do nothing. Just sit home and criticize.
Man, I ain't sitting home and criticizing. Man, I'm in the studio having a great topic on this situation with Candace Owens being a freaking coon while she's exposing BLM and wrecking your sheet. X-Files dog Joe sheet. I dog Joe sheet.
You
And
crazy.
you look biased out here.
You
man.
crazy.
Hey, bro.
You
look-
Type of 1 in the chat if me and X-Files wrecked this sheet. Type of 2 in the chat if Salad Ward wrecked our shit.
I don't need y'all to say I'm
For
right
sure,
to make me right.
Hey, comment section, let that sheet rain free. Jessica agree with you on the sheet because, you know, she a black woman. She gonna look out for her own.
Yeah, facts.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You rather had opinion that all black women are doing a trash job out here in these streets, right? That's X-Files' opinion.
Yeah, I can back it up.
But you're not doing great.
I back it up.
But when I asked you if you even put a damn stop sign on the corner,
But
you haven't held
I
a.
don't think I control my
What the
life
freak
and
are
my
these threes in the
destiny, my
chat?
legacy.
I
That's
thought that it
what
was
I'm
just
responsible
regular
for.
YouTube niggas that troll, but it's like the members troll too.
What's the 3 for?
I don't freaking know. I asked 1 or 2. Niggas is dropping 3s.
I'm wrecked.
Y'all don't take this shit seriously. I don't take this shit seriously. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I appreciate you guys. It's a hot and heavy topic. Let me know in the comment section down below, y'all. We out this motherfucker. Deuces.